All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know I said in my last video I was gonna take a small break over the next couple of days, but they went ahead and dropped the Ultimate Gohan gameplay on Black Friday. So I mean, it is what it is. We have a job to do to get ready for this coming week when this character will release. So Ultimate Gohan is gonna be our second character to release in season 2 of Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra, right after Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and following him will be legendary Super Saiyan Broly. As always, we have the gameplay trailer right here today. We're going to be doing our initial reaction to this. Then afterwards, we're going to be doing a breakdown of his entire kit. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and watch through the initial gameplay trailer for Ultimate Gohan in Gekishin Squadra. So as always, on the initial watch through, I'm not going to pause or anything like that. I'll just try to pick up on certain things I see here and there. Like that teleport kick, that looks like that's going to be obnoxious. If I had to guess, maybe at a maxed out or higher level, maybe it'll stagger the opponent, kind of like Kid Gohan's kick. Oh, that back fist looked crazy. So Ultimate Gohan's just gonna be teleporting all over you. If he has staggers within his kick, oh, this guy's gonna be insane. The range on that super attack is absolutely insane too. Now let's go ahead, before we get into the kit breakdown, I want to watch this back one more time.
Give it up. You can't win.
The first thing that I initially saw with this character, he's gonna be teleporting all over you, like he's gonna be time skipping all over you.
What's wrong?
Look at this. And those don't even count in his vanish, obviously, right? Okay, so he has a beam, he has the back fist, and he has the teleporting kick, is what it looks like. Okay, so does he awaken into Ultimate Gohan? What was that? Wait. Okay, so that was part of his super attack. That was the end of his super attack right there. So I'm guessing that that's what, yeah, that was the same animation. I guess we'll find out in a minute, but that looked like maybe it applied a stack or some type of attribute downgrade to the opponent. So we'll see right here in a second. So this is going to read Ultimate Gohan. He is going to be a technical character, as we already knew. We're going to be getting one of each this season, which is something that we kind of predicted at the end of last season, since we didn't get a tank in season 1. So we got our first tank, which was Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Ultimate Gohan is going to be our technical character, and legendary Super Saiyan Broly is our DPS character this season. So one of each role for season 2 of Squadra. Ultimate Gohan is going to be a technical character. Concept is going to read a playmaker who separates his targets from the pack, creating advantages for his allies. Take down isolated enemies one by one alongside your team. So just based off of what we initially saw in the gameplay trailer and what they're saying in the concept right here, he sounds kind of like Hit a little bit. Maybe not as stealthy as Hit. Well, obviously not as stealthy as Hit, because that guy just goes invisible and does whatever the hell he wants, right? So not as stealthy as Hit, but it seems like they have maybe a slightly similar play style. They probably play the most similar in the technical role as opposed to anybody else in that role, right? We have Kid Gohan, Frieza, Krillin, 17. Those guys aren't really, you know, they don't really exceed or succeed at separating opponents from the pack or being stealthy or anything like that. So Ultimate Gohan and Hit kind of sound a little similar in that aspect. All right, so his passive is going to be You Can't Win. Stagger and weaken an enemy hero. I knew there was going to be some staggers in here somewhere. Apply a stack to an enemy hero on hit. When stats are maxed out, target becomes a break target, and any damage dealt staggers them, applying physical defense down and energy defense down. Super attacks have the strongest effect, followed by skills and then rush attacks. So Ultimate Gohan does have a way to stack, what are we going to call this stack right here? You Can't Win stacks, I guess. And when they are maxed out, I love characters that are able to apply these stack effects to opponents. Like, I like that about Topo. I just don't gravitate towards that character because there's so many DPS characters that I love playing. Okay, so that was the animation that we saw in the trailer, the little power-up aura animation. That seems like that is what's gonna apply the stats to these enemy heroes. His rush attack as a physical attack becomes a powered up attack with increased damage against break targets. So I guess we can just call these break stats, right? Break stacks. I keep saying stats instead of stacks. My bad about that, but you guys know what I'm saying. So the break stacks are gonna make you increase damage against break targets. And I think we see in this right here, how many stacks can you apply? Okay, so it's gonna be 3 stacks just like Topo. Yeah, that increased damage is gonna make a huge difference. Oh my god. Okay, so this is gonna be a skill number 1, Jack Blast. This looks like the gut punch that he did when he was training with Goku before the Tournament of Power. Unleash a strike in a set direction. Applies a stack to enemy heroes on hit. So this is one way to apply a stack as well. Re-entering the command within a certain time unleashes an energy wave, pushing away enemies and dealing extra damage. So there's a second effect to this as well. Applies further stacks to enemy heroes struck. The closer the enemy is, the further the pushback. Activating the skill after Power Unleashed increases pushback even further and applies movement speed down. So I guess Potential Unleashed or Power Unleashed, what they're calling it here, is gonna be his, maybe, I don't know, it's either gonna be one of his skills or his awakening, but we'll see in a second. Oh my god, that's so cool, man. So the first part is a punch, second part is a beam. I thought the beam would have been just another skill of his, but it looks like it's right now this character looks kind of skill intensive. There's a couple of characters in the game where you have a lot to memorize, but if every single aspect of Ultimate Gohan's kit is like this first skill and like his passive skill where you have to manage the stacks, you have to manage part 1 or part 2 of the skill, whichever skill you're using, this is a really skill intensive character. Okay, so this is the back fist is what it looks like. Skill number 2 is going to be Rolling Hammer, an unavoidable attack that warps to your target's location and forcibly moves them in the direction you warp from. Generates a shockwave on hit, dealing additional damage to non-target enemies. Applies a stack to enemy heroes on hit. Staggers and deals extra damage to targets knocked into a wall or other heroes. Activating this skill, so that's kind of like the stagger that you get from Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta's kick if you like kick them into a wall or something like that. I like that extra effect that they're kind of, you know, sneaking into some of these characters' kits. It's pretty cool in my opinion. Just adds another level to the gameplay. Activating this skill after Potential Unleashed will send the target. I wonder if that's like a typo, because here they call it Potential Unleashed. In the last skill they called it Power Unleashed, or maybe, I guess, let's just get through the kit and we'll see. Activating this skill after Potential Unleashed will send the target struck flying on hit. Enemies struck by the shockwave will be forcibly moved, and extra damage dealt to targets knocked into a wall or other heroes will be increased. Oh my god, bro, that's kind of gnarly. Yo, he kicked him across the screen. And it's an unavoidable attack. Oh, this character's nuts. Okay, so I've been playing a lot of tank lately, trying to get my tank skills up, because I've been telling you guys that's like my worst role. That was the only role that I never got to A rank in season 1. I got tech and damage to A4, or wherever I was with technical. I know I got damage to A4. Technical, I played a little bit more because I really like Go tanks. But I'm really gonna try with Ultimate Gohan this season. I might try to get to S rank with Gohan. Okay, so skill number 3 is gonna be Power Unleashed. All right, okay, so maybe I did get a little bit ahead of myself when I was, you know, trying to decipher. I thought it was a typo at first. Skill number 3, Power Unleashed. Unleash a shockwave around yourself, applying flee to enemies. Applies a stack to enemy heroes on hit. Within a set window after the skill's activation, Jack Blast and Rolling Hammer will be enhanced and usable even mid cooldown. The first hit of other skills activated following this will add further stacks to enemy heroes. So this guy has a lot of elements from other characters as well. He has, I forget what Trunks' passive skill is, but there's a little bit of that in here. He's able to apply stacks like Topo. This character just has a little bit of everything, it seems like. This character honestly could have been well, he could have been DPS, or he could have been technical. I couldn't really see Ultimate Gohan being a tank character, but then again, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta being a tank, I mean, it looks like they just want to make all the Vegeta characters tanks in this game. We'll see how that goes in the future with like Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. So his super attack is going to be Mach Break. Warp to the target location. I remember I said in the initial gameplay watch that this character is just going to be teleporting all over you, kind of like Hit. He just doesn't go invisible, right? Warp to the target location and unleash a flurry of attacks while moving at high speed. The first hit to enemy heroes applies a stack to them. Can move while attacking. Generates a shockwave following the flurry, staggering enemy heroes with stacks and applying flee to enemies without stacks. I want to see just how many ways we have to apply stacks to enemy heroes. So we can apply a stack with his first skill. Let's see. Okay, we get to apply stacks with both of his skills, and then with skill number 3 as well, right? Power Unleashed. Power Unleashed applies flee and stack. So we get stacks through all 3 of his skills, and then we get flee on his 3rd skill and his super attack, if I'm not mistaken, right? So this character has a lot going for him. Once again, I really think this is going to be a skill intensive character because there's a lot going on in this kit. It seems like the kits are getting more and more complex as the game goes on, which they should. I feel like that's a good thing. The new characters, the stronger characters, they should be a little bit more difficult to play. I don't think everybody should play like Super Saiyan Goku or even Super Saiyan 3 Goku, right? Where, I mean, to an extent, even Super Saiyan 3 Goku can get a little complex with the things that you're able to do with the teleporting back from where you landed with his skill 2 and instant transmission, obviously having a lot of applications depending on what level it's at, depending on if you use the Super Kamehameha afterwards and things like that. And then obviously Dragon Fist, you just press it and people explode, right? So I feel like it's a good thing that some of these characters are getting a lot more and more intense. So I'm gonna enjoy Ultimate Gohan. I will gladly spend the $7 on this character, but that's just me. I get it if you're not really into spending money on a game like this. I will only ever buy the characters. I'm not buying gems for customizations or capsules or anything like that. That's not what I'm about. Just give me the character and I'll potentially grind for everything else if I'm so lucky as to get that. But that is gonna do it for the Ultimate Gohan breakdown, ladies and gentlemen. A super sick looking character. I really like what I've seen so far just on the initial trailer breakdown right here. I can't wait to see him in action. I can't wait to see how other people are playing him, and I can't wait to see the teams that he shines on the most as well. I definitely want them to make the gameplay more and more complex as the seasons go on. But anyways, fellas, let me know down below in the comments how excited you are for Ultimate Gohan mid-season 2 of Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra, and are you more excited for Ultimate Gohan? Are you, with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta your character, or are you waiting, kind of like I am, for legendary Super Saiyan Broly? Let me know down below in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more Dragon Ball and comic content. But anyways, fellas, have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, my boys.